Hi, my name is Nwannia Sorzano and I am the lead designer behind the brand Nwannia. It is a sustainable, socially conscious designer brand, and I really can't wait to share what we have on offer for you in Glasgow in 2026. So we are here in Trinidad and Tobago, aka Carnival country. I'm super excited about Yuma's offering for this evening because I'm going to take the inspiration from exactly what's going to happen, not just on the stage, but to see exactly what the people are wearing. We have become such a fashionable culture, especially when it comes to Carnival. So usually, I don't know if you know, but Trinbagonians, we're generally conservative when it comes to the way that we dress, except for Carnival. So strap in. I can't wait to see exactly what's going to happen this evening, and I'm pretty sure that you can't either. My last collection is called Balance, and how I start with a prayer usually, and I ask for inspiration. It's usually something that's happening in my space, to me or around me at the point in time. So all of my collections are deeply personal. The theme chosen for our showing it will be avant-garde. That's the name of the collection. I'm very interested to see what will be created. It will cause me to pull something more out of myself than what I usually do. I'm looking forward a lot to working with the art district very closely on this project. The team is so creative, and they tend to pull even more out of you than you can expect that you would do yourself. So yeah, I'm just really looking forward to what is going to be produced at the end of it. Taking inspiration, of course, from Carnival, from Caribbean life, but also allowing it to mesh with what Europe has to offer, Glasgow in particular. Just the vibe and the energy there. It will be my first time being a part of anything in Glasgow, and I've heard that the cultures are very similar in the way that we party. So I'm looking forward very much to what Chef Hiisham has to offer. I've never tasted his food before, but I've heard it's amazing. And yeah, I'm a little bit of a foodie, a little bit, and so yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I'm so tired of playing with this bow and arrow.
Yeah, my name is Chef Hiisham of Two Island Bwoyz. We're here to do an interview with HR District for two upcoming events, one in the near future and one in 2026. And we're at the Hyatt Waterfront in Port of Spain to do this lovely interview. I'm pretty excited for Aziza Art and Music Festival in 2026, which should be an inaugural event. I am very, very honored to be able to be asked to curate the food for the entire event, and I'm really excited, looking forward to the planning and the intricacies and conversations and just being dynamic in executing the job. I think Caribbean food is extremely, extremely underrated. I think in modern times it's becoming more popular as we have social media and more modern technology in use. So a lot of chefs are coming to the Caribbean to see what the Caribbean flavors are all about. So it's a pretty simple job for me because this is my life. This is what I do. So it will be very nice to introduce our flavors to Europe with a Caribbean twist and a European twist on it. Because it's not just going to be Caribbean flavors. I'm going to integrate Caribbean flavors with European styles of cooking and European techniques of cooking and see how we can marry that and bring the best product to Europe as we could. Well, I was born into food, and You know, I had a friend from Jamaica, a very dear friend of mine, who's still my business partner, Mario Ho, and we were both in the IT industry. So we had lunch together on several occasions because we were less than half a kilometer apart, and we always spoke about, you know, getting involved in food, getting involved in food, getting involved in food. So we started off by, he was working at America Online, I was working at WorldCom, and we actually started bringing lunches in to the office. Well, they were pre-ordered and bringing them for people so they could taste our hand per se. This was during the dot-com bubble. Eventually the dot-com bubble burst, and I got laid off maybe 3 years later, and I told Mario I wasn't going back in a cubicle. The kitchen is for me, and that's where Two Island Bwoyz evolved. True story. I wish, rest in peace, Stefan Montai. I wish he was around so we could laugh at this story, because he was a witness to it. I got a call from Yuma that they were interested in food. We actually had the meeting, and during the meeting, one of the band leaders, Sean Burkett, asked me if I was playing in Yuma. I said no, I had 10 friends coming and we signed up for another band. And he was like, well, meeting done. I respected it, and since then I've never played Carnival again. And we are friends, so I see him at our watering hole, and I always say, hey, I ain't signed up for no band. Hinting to him that, you know, I wanted to see if I can still have a mass band, and Yuma at that on my bucket list. Eventually, he gave me an opportunity, Yuma gave me an opportunity, and to be honest, the rest is history. How I got into actually kind of being their advisor slash consultant is because they were doing everything in their power very well. But I thought that they did not have an expert in the food industry to actually talk about the food and the way it should be preserved and presented to the patrons, and what we can do on that day and what we can't do on that day by industry standards. And at the band launch, Lux, which is Yuma's band for 2026, you can understand it's Lux. So patrons are asked to come chic. It's all about luxury, it's all about elevation. So obviously I had to curate a menu with Yuma that would reflect that. Having said that, you're going to get some sexies, Korean pork balls, chicken satay with peanut sauce. You must have your standard corn soup for people on the way out in the sober zone. You're going to get some bulgogi, which is Korean barbecue beef with some jasmine rice. You're also going to get some teriyaki chicken, lo mein, chow mein, and we have a pasta station, Alfredo and marinara, both chicken and shrimp.
Darling, put on something sweet, yeah. Tonight we going and have some fun. I wanna what the people feel, yeah. Dancing until the morning come. Hot and groovy, look what's so God put to it. It happy in a jam again. Feel like a movie when you throw it back on me. I feel no stress again. Let we dance in like that way, jamming. Feel the rhythm in the ground. Think you fall in love, maybe. Darling, love we party. Look the back and all along. Look how you have many places, hot and groovy. Look what music